Hey guys, what's up? This is Jack2505, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Assault class, the much talked about Assault class in Space Marine 2, and in regards to its, well, basically, this class relevancy in higher difficulties, in particular, lethal difficulty, and that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. And also, if you haven't yet got yourself a copy of Space Marine 2, get yourself a cheap copy of Space Marine 2 from CD Keys. The link to my promo CD Keys link is in the description box below. You'll get up to 30% off the standard edition and the Ultra and Gold editions around between 25 and 28%. So make sure you go and do that. And also don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So all the footage that you're going to see in this video regarding the Assault class is going to be on lethal. So just to let you know. And the big question is, first of all, does the Assault class have issues on lethal difficulty? Well, lethal, and we'll throw in a bit of ruthless as well. Now, with the Assault class, as a lot of people say, it's a class that you have to play well. It's not a chill or lazy class. Let's say, for example, like, the ones that are considered to be the top tier, the tactical, the bulwark, perhaps the heavy as well, where you can afford to take a little bit more risks, and you basically have get out of jail cards in regards to your melee activity, your firepower, your regain health, so on and so forth. But however, with the assault class, there are a lot of people who do say that the assault class sucks on harder difficulties. One of the things I would say is with the assault class, you really do have to pick your battles, engage the enemies carefully, and don't go gung ho. There's no need to swing your hammer or your fist at every single enemy that you find. So what I do is basically tend to pick my battles, engage the enemy, and select exactly who I'm gonna go for. Assault is actually my favorite class. I've covered all the classes on my channel. I've maxed out every single class, every single weapon, and the Assault is still my favorite class, even though it's considered to be a mid to low tier class, which at this moment I pretty much disagree with. I usually save my jump pack for Majoris and Extremist enemies. Now, I know there is a perk, Zilius Blow perk, a ground pound kill restores jump packs charged by 10%, which is good for the Minoris enemies. You kill them, you more or less get your jump pack back, and then you can just keep doing it over and over again. But I prefer to save my jump pack for the big boys, and select the perk where you get the recharge jump pack up to, I think it's like 15% or something like that. And for me, that's my preferred way of playing the assault class, in which you save it for those types of enemies. Because the assault class is the grounded extremist enemy killer. And always remember that, guys. When you get the Lictor and the other guy that just pops out of nowhere, once you've got the right build on, and I'm going to show the builds that I use that will pop up in this video. Once those grounded extremists come up, the assault class can absolutely nail them with a jump pack and swinging that hammer, or punching them in the face with a power fist. The assault is really good for DPS. It's just perhaps the more defensive side of him that can be a problem at times. And also, I would like to debunk, I think is a myth, that the assault class is not good against the chaos enemies. The assault class is good against chaos enemies and takes out the Majoris extremist versions, the chaos versions of those enemies, with no problem whatsoever. At times, I actually find the chaos enemies easier with the assault because there's not as many as them as they can be with the tyrannies. But the assault class is good against the chaos enemies. You may need to go back into your perk tree, in particular with your weapon perk tree, your hammer or power fist perk tree, and make sure you've got extremist extra damage on, as well as extra damage to chaos enemies. Once you start ground pounding them, trust me, the Majoris and extremist versions, those Terminator guys, you'll be taking care of them no problem. Also, with the assault class, run away from fights you can't win. it's okay to do that because your teammates, trust me, they would rather you were still alive and perhaps, moved or ran away or hid to perhaps fight another 10 seconds or a minute rather than going down. And then, as you know, it's around, what's it, 300 seconds downtime if you get proper down and you're out of the game for that long, and then you put more pressure on your teammates basically. Run away from fights you can't win. Wait for that jump back to come back, especially against those warrior tyrannies. You know, the ones that shoot that venom, not the sniper one, the other one. They are absolutely irritating for the assault. I typically don't go anywhere near them unless I don't have their aggro or I can quickly take him out with a with a jump pack attack. But apart from that, I'll move away from those guys. And in regards to my perks focus on major targets and not crowds, as I confirmed earlier. And also, another big question about the assault class is the assault class good against the neurothrope? I'm gonna say yes and no. In regards to no, when the neurothrope is hanging in the air and shooting those green fireballs and putting that electricity on the ground, I will admit the assault class is all he's got is his pistol and he's bloody useless in that scenario. However, you got to take your time and wait because, as you guys know, once the neurothrope starts to do the green area of effect going towards the Marines, that's when you need to jump in, ground pound, and just start meleeing away. So that's when the assault is good against a flying enemy like that. You just gotta be patient. You gotta wait. You gotta stay alive. You gotta wait for your turn. So once he starts to do the green circles pushing out towards you, you guys know what I mean. Once he starts to do that, get in there. Don't stay at a distance. Get in there and start meleeing him. And you'll be helping out the team so much. And then the guys who are good at a distance, they can stay at a distance whilst they do that, or help you with the melee. But either way, I will say he is he is good against the neurothrope, but you gotta wait your turn. You don't have the luxury of the sniper, the heavy, the tactical. You don't have that kind of luxury. You just gotta wait your turn. The assault class, I would say, is good against other grounded terminus enemies like the Hellbrute, the Carnifex. The class is really good against them. However, you got to watch out when, especially with the Carnifex, when he's shooting out his green projectiles as well as the melee. What I prefer to do is, because I have the Terminus perk, the extra damage brings up to around 15%. I prefer to wait for my ground for my jump pack to recharge and then hit the enemy with it, hit the boss with it, which takes a lot of damage, and then just follow up with pistol shots, throw one or two crack grenades, and then take it out. I prefer not to engage in a melee battle with the grounded terminus enemies just in case I get hit. I understand I can parry in melee, but at times when you're playing with randoms, I prefer not to take the risk. So I'm a bit of a safe assault player. But the assault class is very good against terminus enemies. And then the other question is the hammer or the power fist. The hammer obviously does more damage than the power fist, but the power fist is faster, and I would say better against the Minoris enemies, and gives you a lot more flexibility when you're fighting Minoris and Majoris when you're sort of in that mix and in that groove. Which I'm the one I prefer overall is the hammer. I prefer to use the power fist against the Tyranids rather than the Chaos enemies, but I would say it just comes down to personal preference. They both have their pros and cons. So, guys, what do you guys think about the assault class? Because this has been an ongoing debate on YouTube, Twitter, and it's been a fierce subject on Reddit as well. And I've asked Reddit whether you think the assault class is good or lethal or not. The results, I'll be displaying that on the screen. And I just want to know what you guys think about the assault class. Overall, my verdict is this. I think the assault class is a good class. It's a class, however, it's a class that has to be played well. Is it on the level of tactical, bulwark, heavy? I wouldn't. In most players' hands, I would say no. You have to know how to play this class. You have to know what the strengths are. You can't chill. And if you got a bad assault player on your team, it usually messes everything up. Where I've played on games where I'm the assault, we've got a ball worker, we've got a crap tactical. But the crap tactical, he or she can sort of make up for it by the scan and just spamming grenades. But if you've got a bad assault class, that player is more or less useless. It's a class that has to be played well. But I want to know what you guys think about the assault class. Let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you want to team up with me, the link to my Discord will also be in the description box below. And let's have a discussion about this class. Assault class is good. My opinion, some improvements will be perhaps maybe if you could block with the hammer or something, or block with the hammer fist, but you can't melee, just to protect you against projectiles. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. But thank you very much for making it to the end of the video. My name is Jack2505, and I'll see you in the next video.